challenge does Williams present maybe that's different than some of the other guys?
Getting him down. It's the guy can break a lot of tackles in the pocket, out of the pocket. Very lively arm. Can obviously extend plays. Can scramble for first downs. Just playing some good football right now.
Is he a guy that looks when he tucks the ball, but he's still looking to throw? Or some guys maybe once they tuck it, they're off the races.
Yeah, he's got a good feel for the line to gain. In moments, he definitely can tuck and run, but for the majority, yeah, he's looking to throw it, and he trusts his arm. And he makes some incredible throws in the run.
What's the challenge of trying to get a guy who doesn't turn it over much to turn it over?
Just continue to do our job, man. Chip away at it. We know they have a really good run game. They're very efficient with the football. They do a lot of different things to protect the ball, to get on the perimeter. They also trust the offensive line to protect. And I know the time to throw and things of that nature are a little bit longer, but they take care of the football really well, and we just got to do our job.
They run play action a lot too, TJ. How difficult is that when not only do they use it a lot, but their running game's been so good that it can keep defenses off?
Yeah, everything looks the same too, and that's the challenge, right? Is trying to find those things on film or what can tip things off, and I think they do a really good job of not having those tells. And it even goes back to when he was in Detroit. But I think they're doing a lot of really good things to make the run look like the pass as well.
TJ, we've talked to you a lot about consistency. What are you trying to build on from last week to get it more to where you guys want week after week?
I think starting fast. I think creating turnovers, smashing the run, things of that nature. But just continuing to try to build on the Steeler brand and play Steeler football and get all hats to the ball as we get in later in the season, smashing the run consistently. We know teams are going to stick to the run game as we get later and later in the year. And then when those opportunities come, making those plays.
I do see Chicago a lot, but it's kind of feel like maybe do some AFC North games, like a lot of two tight end, they want to run the ball a lot. It's kind of a familiar mindset anyway.
Yeah, I mean, they have 13XL personnel as well, so they like to run the ball. Then there's no secret they like to run the ball. They're one of the best in the league at doing it. They stick to it, and they also have a play pass game off of it that makes everything very efficient.
With Alex sort of, not being out, what have you seen? Jack's been getting more run here opportunities. What have you seen out of his development?
Man, the more you give him, the better he performs, and that's kind of life in the National Football League as he sees more and more action, gets used to the speed. I mean, he's a heck of a player, and he's getting better very, very quickly.
He said to me the other day that he's going to make mistakes, but he wants to be perfect. I mean, nobody's perfect in this game. Has he rolled? He said he thinks he's relaxed a little bit in terms of the mistakes he makes are out of their effort, and it's not a thought thing.
I mean, I think everybody in here tries to make plays each and every play, right? And I think it's a matter of finding those opportunities of when you can really go and when you have to play truly gap-sound football. And I think he's finding that line of when he can take those chances and when not to. And, I mean, we have a great room of guys who have kind of been at all different levels of their career, and he's been great at soaking up as much information as possible.
From what I can tell, their right tackle's playing really well against the run and the pass. Obviously, it's a challenge, but does it make you think, hey, maybe they'll leave him on an island and I won't get as many chips and things as I do week to week?
I mean, it's hard to speculate going into games, honestly. I think he's playing good football. I think their whole offensive front is playing good football. Just going to try to go in and make as many plays as possible.
He's put some guys in the ground. That's some clips that I've seen. What makes him just his power, his punch?
I think he's a big guy. He can move well, very good with his hands. I think he does a lot of good things.
TJ, Mike credited Jalen being at safety for some of the success you guys have had. What does he do? What does it mean to have him back there for your defenses?
Yeah, I mean, Jalen's first full practice at safety, he was complaining that we weren't letting the runner run. So we had to have that understanding where we're letting the runner run to get just a showcase that he wants to get his angles. It matters to him. Practicing hard matters to him, and that's just kind of who Jalen is as a player. He practices hard. He plays hard. He's a thumper. But he also can cover with the best of them.
I know you're not a huge stat guy, but I think you guys are 4-0 in games JJ calls. What can you attribute?
I have no idea. I truly have no idea, but I'm looking forward to seeing him.
How different is that from just watching it?
It's very different. I'm a big physical reps guy. I mean, it's hard to replicate those physical reps that you get on the field. You take as many mental reps as you can and walk through it, but it's different when you're really out there. So I mean, taking those every single rep that I get and looking at it as an opportunity, to just maximize that rep, whatever it is. If I get one rep, like I did today, maximize it and make the best out of it and learn through it. And knowing that this is my rookie year, it's a big learning curve. I know I missed some physical learning time, but I feel like I was able to mentally, still come a long way, and just got to get back in the swing of things. And it was great this week to get some reps and try to maximize those opportunities.
Yeah. With the pain tolerance, you dealt with a similar injury somewhat with the thumb, handoffs, like that sort of stuff. What have you seen from Aaron in terms of like kind of gritting his teeth and practicing through that and just working through that injury?
He's got some pretty unbelievable pain tolerance. Like, just, knowing what kind of pain that comes with that injury. Like, I've broken my hands and stuff before, obviously, like this year, and broken my arms before, and it's painful, man. So the fact that he's, out there and going through reps, and it says a lot about, his pain tolerance, and he's a tough dude, man.
Will, do you find the stuff that you've been learning in the classroom setting or before you were able to get out there translating, like, do you feel it improving day to day?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think, when you're not getting the physical reps, you have to be learning something. And I definitely learned a ton. And now it's really just learning how to apply that when I get out there, and kind of tying the two together, because, you learn on the classroom, and then you learn on the field, and you have to apply it. And really now it's just kind of getting to that applying, on the field what I've learned, and continuing to just get the reps, get more comfortable, and get back into the swing of things.
You're always one of the last guys to leave the field. How important is that to be out there and do work on your own?
It's very important to me. Always been one of my things, just to get extra work, and especially, with the lack of reps that we get, Mason and Skylar and myself, we stay out there every day, and, sometimes some of the other guys stay out with us and just walk through stuff, because, again, like, we're not getting those physical reps. So whether it's walking and talking through it, or walking through it, with some receivers out there giving us some looks, like doing those things, like I said, like that physical, seeing it, feeling it, doing it is different than just sitting in a classroom and writing stuff up on a board. So, that's after practice is a good time to do that. And we've definitely, I feel like Mason and Skylar and, Max and some of these other young receivers and tight ends, Sokol has been out there with us. So, I think it's important to just continue to get those reps.